Sup peeps, Saw here, and today this is going to be my top 10 games of 2024. Now a lot of people would say 2024 wasn't that great of a year for games. Well, I'm about to prove otherwise. Now I want to get a few things out of the way first. First off, this list is not going to include any remasters or DLCs. Mainly because a remaster is just simply the same game that's already been done, just prettier, and DLC is an expansion to an existing game. I might, if this video does well, I may do 2 separate lists for those. Also, I want to preface, these are games I have played this year. Since I haven't played games like Black Myth Wukong, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, or Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2, they will not be on this list simply because I can't rank them because I haven't played them. Thirdly, don't at me in the comments saying I got this order wrong. This is my personal list. If you don't like it, make your own. Okay, with that being said, I have 4 honourable mentions first, and then we'll get into the top 10. The first honourable mention, and the only honourable mention I don't have a physical copy of, is Little Kitty Big City. I had a lot of fun playing this game this year on my Steam Deck. Very, very fun game. Very Goat Sim-like in its approach. Really enjoyed it. The second honourable mention that we have is Princess Peach Showtime. Now, the reason why this one didn't make this, and the same with Little Kitty Big City, this one didn't make the list simply because I preferred 10 other games to it this year. But it's a pretty fun game, especially if you have children. I highly recommend. Next, we have Stellar Blade as an honorable mention. Another reason this is an honorable mention, I've just started playing this game. Haven't really played much of this game, so I can't make enough of a judgment. But yeah, this next one's going to annoy people, but it's my list. The next honorable mention is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Reason why this is an honorable mention, again, didn't play enough of this game this year to warrant its inclusion. I will be, however, doing a complete playthrough of this in 2025 on the channel, so watch out for that. But also, I want to preface, this is still a great game, I just didn't play enough to put it on the list. And now we get into the 10 games. Now, I want to say something. There's going to be a couple of inclusions on this list which are going to be out of left field for a lot of people. But like I said, it's my personal list. Plus, I want to preface there is a remake on this list at quite a high position. But the reason that remake is on this list is because, to me personally, it improves on an already damn near great game. First of all, at number 10, we have Tekken 8. The best fighting game that released this year by a wide freaking margin. I loved this game. I played this game to death when it first released. Didn't play it as much later on. This is a deluxe edition, launch edition, that came with this special metal plate, which I still need to put on the wall. Would highly recommend any fighting game fan to pick this game up. Very, very, very good game. Highly recommend it to anybody that loves fighting games. Visually, it's brilliant. The roster is brilliant. It even has a great story mode included in there. Really great game. Would highly recommend to anybody that loves fighting games. Yes, definitely recommend this one. At number 9, we have The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. This game would have been higher if it wasn't for the game doing a few annoyingly little things that I didn't like. But it's still a great game. It's the first official canon Zelda game where you actually play as Zelda. So there's that. Highly recommend to everybody to pick up this game. Definitely worth the try. And also, it's a nice, unique breath of fresh air in the franchise. I would highly recommend this. There's some of the puzzles are a little bit iffy, but that's neither here nor there. At number 8, and this is included specifically because of the new content, we have Sonic X Shadow Generations. I'm including this purely because of the Shadow content, the Shadow Generations content, I feel is enough to warrant this game's inclusion on the list. Absolutely brilliantly fun game there. It doesn't help. I mean, it helps that it's connected to a remaster of a fantastic game. But I'm including it here for specifically and only for the Shadow Generations content. So I guess the list underneath myself here, well, I guess we'll say Shadow Generations instead of Sonic X Shadow Generations. It will say Shadow Generations. Yeah, would highly recommend it to any Sonic fan. The Shadow content is brilliant. Just, yeah. At 7, we have a game I've yet to play on the channel, but will be playing on the channel next year. Persona 3 Reload. Now, again, this is one of 2 remakes that's on this list. I loved everything that this remake did. I think it takes one of the best Persona games and improves upon it tenfold. Visually, it's great. The soundtrack is great. It's just the Persona 3 we know and love, but improved upon massively. And I would highly recommend any JRPG fan to pick this one up. Just out of the basis. Now, we're going to get, once we get to number 5, will be when I start talking more about each game. But yeah, just, yeah. At 6, we have Life is Strange Double Exposure. This game is an emotional roller coaster. I've been playing it on the channel. It's been such an emotional ride playing this on the channel. Honestly, I would highly recommend this. If you are a Life is Strange fan, you probably would pick this one up. It does take liberties with things that happened in the first game, but if you ignore that, it's a fantastic game that I would highly recommend all Life is Strange fans give at least a try to. Now, we get to the top 5. These are the 5 games I think were the very best that released this year, in my personal opinion. I'll be talking a lot more about these 5 than I have the others. Now, there's going to be an inclusion on this list, which is not going to be commonly occurring on other people's lists. I will specify what that game is and why it's here when I get to it. We have number 5, Helldivers 2. Fantastic multiplayer game. Normally, I don't go in for any of this games of the service stuff, but I did with Helldivers 2, and I'm glad that I did. Because Helldivers 2 is a phenomenal experience. The world building that the game does is incredible. The mechanics of the game are great. It's a blast to play through. It just... You can even play it by yourself. It's actually a blast to play. Visually, it's impressive too. Gameplay-wise, fantastic. Just everything that you'd expect Helldivers 2 to do well, it does do well. And then some. It's a fantastic experience that I would highly recommend anybody that has a PlayStation or even a PC, regardless of the little niggle thing that they did. I would highly recommend that people give this one a try. It's honestly the best live service game I have ever played, period. So yeah, I would highly recommend this one to absolutely everybody. I know a lot of people are going to be questioning the inclusion of this and a couple of others, but I don't care. It's my list. You don't like it, make your own. But yeah, just fantastic game. Would love to play it on my channel, but it might be a bit difficult given that there's no really story content there to work with. But yeah, highly recommend this one. Now we have a game you're not really going to see pop up on other people's Games of the Year list, but it's on mine. We have, at number 4, we have Sword Art Online Fractured Daydream. I love the Sword Art Online franchise. This is the best Sword Art Online game, period. It just is. From a gameplay standpoint, it's the best. From a visual standpoint, it's the best. From a roster standpoint, it's the best. This is the best Sword Art Online game ever. It's probably the last one we're ever going to get to. Just, you can play as so many characters in this game. The story is actually very edge of your seat story too, where there's a mystery that unravels and you have to solve it. and there's a trade to amongst you. It's a very, 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 very good sort of online game. I haven't played Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero yet, so yeah. But yeah, it's a very, 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 very good entry into the franchise. It's on my list, and it's this high purely because I've had so much fun playing it. I would highly recommend this game to literally everybody. Highly recommend it to everybody that even has a passing interest in Sword Art Online. From a story standpoint, it's fantastic. From a gameplay standpoint, it's fantastic. Just everything about this one works, and the online is super fun. Especially if you just throw yourself in there. I didn't play the. I haven't played the online on my channel, but I have tried the online, and it's fun. If you just throw yourself in there, if you just throw yourself into the online, it's actually very, 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 very fun. So yeah, this is my fourth game. This is number 4 on the Game of the Year list. Highly recommend that if you're a fan of this, you pick it up. It's not gonna be for everybody though, so just keep that in mind. At number 3, we have another remake that's on the list, but it's on it for a good reason. We have Silent Hill 2. I've been playing this. I was playing this on the channel. Had a blast playing it. It is one of the most terrifying. It's the most terrifying game I have played this year. It takes everything that works. It takes everything that works with the original Silent Hill 2 and improves upon it tenfold. So you take one of the best survival horror games ever made, and you improve upon it. It looks beautiful. It plays well. The sound design is second to none. The atmosphere in the game is creepy as hell, but works so well. The story is still as great as you remember. They've added a little extra stuff to it by adding some extra endings, but yeah, it's still the great Silent Hill 2 that you know, but it's improved upon 1,000-fold. It really, really is improved upon 1,000-fold, and it's just a fantastic experience from start to finish, from a visual standpoint, from a gameplay standpoint, from a story standpoint. Just everything about this just works. It just does. Every single thing about this works, and it comes together in a brilliant, brilliant package that I would highly recommend everybody to give a try. Would highly recommend that to everyone. Give this one a try. You will not regret it. Trust me. Now we come to a point where I went back and forth as to what game was going to go what slot, which was going to get number 1, which was going to number 2. I'm going to point this out. These next two, 1 and 2, depending on the day you ask me, could be interchangeable. But for the sake of prosperity with this list, I had to pick 1 and pick number 2. So number 2 is Metaphor ReFantazio. This is a phenomenal RPG from the minds at Atlas that made Shin Megami Tensei and Persona. This is better than any Persona game ever made. Fight me, I do not care. The story is phenomenal, the gameplay is phenomenal, just everything about this game is just perfection. Obviously, it doesn't have the prettiest visuals. The art style isn't going to be for everybody, okay? The art style is going to have a few people who don't particularly like it. But that's fine. The art style is an acquired taste. I'm aware of that. But from a gameplay standpoint, everything just works. From a story standpoint, everything just works. The characters, the hero characters are likable. The villain characters are detestable, as it should be. Just there's so many twists and turns in the story. It has Atlas's DNA spread throughout, but in a new way that we've never seen before. And the game title is a pun because the game's story is actually a metaphor for our real life. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant game. Would highly recommend if you have even a passing interest in JRPGs, but you give this game a try. It's absolutely phenomenal. This music is sublime, the gameplay is sublime, the story is sublime, just everything about this game is absolutely phenomenal. It came out of nowhere, and it just, like, everybody just loved it. If the people who played this, if you played this game and you don't like it, explain to me why you don't like it, because it's a phenomenal experience and one that is well worthy of your time. Well worthy of your time. Now, I did want to talk more about this one, so I will. Pretty much anything that you'd expect from an Atlas game is here, but it's all improved upon in a massive way. I'm not going to give anything away story-wise, because that would be doing a injustice to this game. That would be an injustice to this game and a disservice to this game. So I'm not going to do that. But I am going to preface that if you love JRPGs, specifically the Atlas style JRPGs, this game is for you. You will love this game. You will love everything about it. And also some of the designs, the things that you can awaken with the Igniters are also really phenomenal. I would highly recommend this one to everybody. I mean, even if you only casually like JRPGs, I would recommend it to you then too, even if you just casually like JRPGs, because there's a lot here to love. There is a lot here to love that I would highly recommend that everybody who even has a passing curiosity in JRPGs give this one a try and pick this one up, because you will not be disappointed. And now we get to number 1. Now, if you know me and you've been watching my channel all year, you will probably already know what this is, and you probably saw this coming from a mile away. My game of the year for 2024 is Astrobot. What can I say about this game that I haven't said already? I adore this game. This game is a freaking masterpiece. Just everything about this game is just so good. The soundtrack is good. The gameplay is second to none. The visuals are great. Just the world itself is great. Astro is a cute character. There's just so much that works. This is the best Super Mario game ever made that's not got Mario in it. Just all of the references to past PlayStation franchises, just everything that this game does. It tries so many different things with different mechanics, and they all work. Every mechanic that this game tries works. Every level theme that this game tries works. Every different genre that it attempts with the special levels after bosses works. It makes you feel a sense of nostalgia. It made me feel a sense of nostalgia that I haven't felt for years with a game. It made me smile. It made me laugh. It made me cry. It made me angry. This game made me feel every single emotion that it's possible to feel while playing a game. And it comes together so beautifully. And there's a reason why the people that love this game love it so much. And there's a reason why this game, if you exclude the bloody DLC, there's a reason why this game is the favourite to win Game of the Year at the Game Awards. Because people adore it. Gamers that played it adore it. Journalists that played it adore it. Just everybody who's played this game adores it. If you haven't played this game and you have the means to, I beg of you, play it. Because you will love this game. It's fun. The game is fun. The game is challenging in places. It's accessible while being challenging. It just has so much going for it. So much love and adoration was poured into this game that you get a fucking fantastic, excuse my language, a fantastic product at the end of it. This game is actually phenomenal in of itself. The fact that this game came out of nowhere exceeded everybody's expectations and then some, should tell you everything you need to know about how good this game actually is. The soundtrack is phenomenal. The gameplay is phenomenal. Just everything about this game is phenomenal. And you can play and enjoy this game regardless of what age that you are. You can be a fully grown adult like myself and enjoy it. You can be a child and enjoy it. You can be a elder / pensioner and enjoy it. You could even be a non-gamer and get enjoyment out of this game. This game just oozes personality. It oozes charm and witticism and whimsy. There's just so much love about this game, and for that purpose and for that reason, this is my game of the year for 2024. Just overall a fantastic game that is well worth your time. And if you have even, like I said, if you have even a passing interest in games, give this one a try because it's fun. I'm still going to be playing this game even more in the coming years because I enjoyed it that much. This is going to be a game that I come back to and revisit multiple times. Definitely worth trying. And that's my games of the year. Let me recap. We had 4 honourable mentions. We had Little Kitty Big City, Princess Peach Showtime, Stellar Blade, and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth as honourable mentions. We had, as the top 10, we had Tekken 8, Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, Sonic X Shadow Generations, but the Shadow Generations part, Persona 3 Reload, Life is Strange Double Exposure, Helldivers 2, Sword Art Online Fractured Daydream, Silent Hill 2, Metaphor ReFantasio, and the number 1 was Astrobot. Okay. I will be doing this again in 2025. I don't know what's going to be 2025's Game of the Year yet, though I do know I am extremely excited for quite a few games, mainly GTA 6, which, yes, I will be doing a playthrough of the story on that channel. You damn right I will be. Okay, so if you like what you saw, smack that like button, slap notification button, smash subscribe button. Sora, signing out. Love you guys. Peace.